Hi there, this is TJ from Hurtworld Roleplay, and I just wanted to give you guys a little sneak peek of the map I've been working on since Hurtworld actually released the SDK to it. It's not a whole lot. I went from the original map here, as you guys can see. It's just Diamond's Land, but I did add a little bit to it. So we'll start with the most known spot. Of course. Kind of get you guys familiar with an area real quick. Let me see. Okay, so the dome, everybody knows where the dome is. It's just shortly past Radtown, which is a popular spot in the game. Usually when you come around this corner, there's the spawn point. I added a few trees like right here, kind of bending into the road, like they're falling over to just add a little obstacle to it, I guess you could say. Sorry, I don't have any way to walk around right now, but yeah, the trees are actually just leaning in a little bit. I added all kinds of little fun stuff like that. And then over here, I added like this big post, and I added this new little rad town. Just a small one, but as you can see, there's a lot of loot crates. Those little square objects are the loot crates. And this here is going to be the arena, which is set up fairly decent. It's good enough. I mean, it'll give you some ground level, and it also has some dividers in there so you guys can fight. And you're definitely not getting out of these walls. I mean, if you know how big a shelter is in game, you can just imagine how big this is in game. And that right over there will be kind of like the main spot. It's also like a marker on the map because sometimes when you're walking around you kind of get lost. But being able to always use that pole as a direction will help. So um, this is also a new spot I had added right across from the new Rad Town, and the old Rad Town's right up there. So I did not remove too much or take away from too much building area. I added a few loot boxes in here, just so you guys got better chances. So I'll give you a little overview of this real quick. And this is this area. And then we'll go ahead and move on to kind of just like, I guess, a hangout spot. I mean, as you can see, those little white squares, more loot crates. And actually, that has our banner here. Hurtworld Roleplay. This is the one on the forum there. And then on the back side, Hurtworld Roleplay. And it's pretty neat. I mean, you could see it from pretty far distance. So, we'll move on from there. Over here, things got a little funky, so I kind of did make the road where it's like kind of challenging around here. You could see how your doom buggy might bounce off the sides of these, stuff like that, or your roach, whatever you want to call it. And then the road kind of disappears and comes back. Kind of made that interesting. So you can imagine just looking up here and seeing somebody up there, maybe a little campfire or something like that. I mean, it just looked really cool. Let me scroll out real quick. I know there is something more. There's a lot more, actually. Let me see. Okay, right there. This is actually going to be the new community center. This way we don't have to rebuild it every time. So I showed you guys the arena, and this is actually the community center here. Let me scroll in so you guys can get a better detail of it. And it looks like I'm gonna need to fix this sign. Oh, nope, it was just a glitch. Okay, so yep, we have that cool little sign up there. You've got your loot crates, little welcoming arch. Of course, the land. This is actually the ship, but I buried it pretty good and just used it kind of as like a foundation, I guess you could say. Made it kind of look grungy. Yeah, so I figured that'd be pretty cool to add in. And then last but not least, as you guys can see, I added like a little bumpy terrain trail that runs through here. So you can imagine just driving your go-kart up through here. I mean, it'd be, if I can get this camera to move a little quicker, that'd be nice. That'd be the best thing. Let me see. Okay, so you could actually drive your vehicle through here. I got it set up. I cleaned out the road area, and this will lead you. I'll show you where. I mean, you'll be in a completely different view because you're going to be down on the ground, but you would come down around over this hill, which, as you can see, I got it cleared but not completely, so it's kind of challenging. And then you'll come across this just huge rad town that's out here near the flatlands. This was actually a part of the flatlands before I turned it into a part of the map. So we'll go ahead and get closer. Just ignore that purple there. That's just glitching right now. But yeah, there's a lot of loot here too. So it's pretty nice, I must say. And like, I can pretty much customize any of this as well. So if something isn't working correctly for whatever reason, I mean, it's gonna be trial and error. But so far, that's the progress of the few changes I did make to the map. So we've got the new huge rad town. We've got like just the, I guess, hangout spot, the main post. Kind of always lets you know where you're at. We've got the mini little dome bottom, and I made it like a hill so you could jump over into it and jump out. The arena, another little rad town with lots of loot in it. Sorry. The regular rad town. You got your dome over there and your other rad town. And then we've got the community center. And you still got your ship out there with loot and your other rad towns. So yeah, I didn't really change a whole lot. I'm pretty happy with the outcome. Like I said, I mean, I don't think the players will be too shocked. I think they'll like the new changes, considering you're gonna get a decent amount of loot from stuff as well now, rather than having to fight over rad towns and stuff like that. Now everybody will be able to have a chance to go ahead and get a crate and have the opportunity like everybody else. So I think that wraps it up.